It seemed like a normal day. Stacy was headed to her doctor to get an NST test. At some point during her visit, they determined that the baby wasn't moving enough and they sent her to labor and delivery. I was at home, so I had to go drop the kids off at my mother-in-law's house to join Stacy at the hospital. A few hours went by and it was determined that she would be staying overnight. I remember waking up that morning to Stacy crying, and she was crying because the nurse told her that she had preeclampsia, which was putting the baby in danger. So they was going to have to induce her. We were not at all prepared for the baby. The baby wasn't supposed to be coming for another month, and now we just got news that the baby was gonna come today. So I stayed with Stacy the whole day. It seemed like every few hours they was adding another drug to the mix. They was giving her magnesium sulfate to ease her blood pressure because her blood pressure was so high. They felt like they needed to get it down before they started inducing her with the Pitocin. At some point before she started taking meds, Stacy asked me about what time I thought the baby would come. Around this time it was probably about 11. I guessed about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock came around. Stacy was still having contractions. She was doing good, but she was having pain on and off. The epidural kept wearing off. And then when she would try to dose herself with more of the epidural kind of gives her shakes. It makes her body shake really bad, and it's tough to watch. And then they brought out the baby warmer. I think when I saw that, for me, that was a familiar moment where it just felt real, that this baby is really about to come today. I don't remember being scared or anything. I think that's just my personality. I just tried to get through everything. So my main thing was trying to be there for Stacy because I know she was very scared and very nervous. Usually she had some time to prepare to go into labor, and this was just like, you know, waking up one morning being told that you're going to be put into labor. That's a complete shock, you know. So they start prepping Stacy. They do this little transformer thing with the bed. It just transforms into something completely different.
You're pretty fancy looking for just about having a baby. I can't believe that camera. I mean, that is unbelievable. What's that? It's camera. It's like a new, I've never seen a camera like that. Do you even feel the contraction or no?
Okay. So I'll tell you when you're having them, okay?
It'll bring you like way back, so we just make it easy for baby to come out, okay?
It's under her foot here.
You okay?
Yes, there you go. All right.
The nurse starts telling her to push.
So now I want you to take, okay, you're contracting. Take a deep breath, hold it, and bear down.
Push.
In your butt, in your butt, in your butt, in your butt, in your butt. That's it, that's it. Keep pushing harder, 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 harder. That's the way you do it. That's it, that's it, that's it. Let the breath out. One more time. There you go. Push in your butt like you're pooping. In your butt, in your butt, in your butt, in your butt. There you go. That's it, that's it, that's it. Let the breath out.
And one more time.
One more time. Hold that breath.
And go again.
And push down here, push down here, push down here, push down here in your butt. There you go, in your butt. That's it, that's it, that's it. Keep pushing harder, 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 harder. That's it. Let the breath out and relax.
I was so entranced by watching Stacy push that I didn't even see the baby come out. I just remember Stacy giving me this look, And I'll never forget that look that she gave me.
Traction right now. Take that deep breath. And push down, push down, push down. That's it, that's it. Keep pushing harder, harder, harder. You got it, you got it. That's the way you do it. That's it. Longer, 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 longer. Let that breath out. Do it one more time. There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Here we go. Okay.
Oh, she's crying. Daddy, do you want to cut the cord? Okay, Dad, cut the cord.
I looked over and it was a baby girl.
Okay. Baby's doing fine.
So you knew what it was. Hi there. Hey, Mama. Hey,
Now, Dad, you want to cut the cord?
I do.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
Come on.
Hey crew, so baby C3 decided to come early.
You have that bigger bag?
Okay, I got her out in 4 pushes. I thought it would take a lot longer than that. They had given me so much medicine, I was so tired. Not even from pushing, just all the medicine that they pumped into me. Like, I wasn't even worried about that when she came out. Like, the first thing I noticed was that it was a girl. Like, that's what we've been waiting on, to figure out if it was a boy or a girl. Remember I told y'all I had a feeling it was a girl? I did. Hoping for a boy, but had a feeling it was a girl. So that was my first thought. It's a girl. I gotta tell Jed and Skylar they have a little sister. They immediately took her off my chest, so we didn't really get to do skin to skin. And they checked her out in the room, the NICU team. And then I remember a nurse. It was a male nurse. He brought her over to me and she was wrapped like a burrito. And he was explaining that they had to take her down to the NICU to be checked out. At this point, I'm still being optimistic. And I'm like, okay, she'll be right back. And so he kind of put her towards my face and I put my cheek on her cheek. And I just remember it being so soft. Like I haven't felt a little baby's face in a long time. I'm like, oh, that's my baby. When I found out that she wasn't coming right back, I was just devastated. I tried to stay positive. I knew I would go down to the NICU to visit her because I wasn't discharged yet. But it was hard because I didn't know if, I knew she looked healthy to me. I knew, I just didn't think anything was wrong. But you never know until you see your baby in the NICU. I mean, you can imagine how other babies look in the NICU. Like, they could have a tube, they could have an IV in. Nobody wants to see their baby like that. So I didn't know what to expect. But I had to get my blood pressure down first before I could even go visit her. That's what they told me. So I'm like, let me calm my nerves so that I can get better, so I can go see my new little girl. So she was in the NICU for a couple of days, and that will be in part 2. So y'all stay tuned. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for all the prayers.
Thank you guys so much.
Those that have been around throughout this pregnancy, and we've become friends or family. Y'all not just the regular crew. Like, y'all really helped me. Yeah, y'all really helped me through this pregnancy. Times when I wanted to feel down and I just couldn't because y'all came with so much positivity. And a couple of you have sent some gifts, and they actually came, I think, a week before the baby was born. and or a couple of days. They actually came a couple of days before the baby was born, and I planned on doing a I'm in labor video, so y'all would know exactly when I went into labor, and then we were gonna do an unboxing video. So that is still coming.
Not the baby mama dance.
We were gonna do the baby mama dance. So
I'm glad she didn't do it, because I think, knowing that the baby came early anyway, had we had done that baby mama dance, we probably would have blamed it on that, and I think we would have wound up, you know, really being upset with ourselves. And I think you guys probably would have came for us a little bit too.
I really tried to wait until I was close to the full term to do that, so I know I wouldn't have done that. But and then the fact that I had preeclampsia, there's more to do with my blood pressure, which I don't know if you mentioned, but one of the my nurse said that the fact that I had that and my blood pressure was so high, it actually helped her lungs develop. So God to turn something bad into something good, and it'll work out for you. So but anyways, y'all know I will keep on rambling on and on and on. So again, thank you, and stay tuned for part 2. Peace. What is that? You see? She can see, definitely see.
Say hey, crew.
Say I'm here. Say I'm here. Y'all been waiting on me. I'm here. So I couldn't wait any longer to meet you guys. I had to come. You said I had to.